Hello, this is Adam with DreamMade Productions. This video is made possible by the very kind donations of viewers like you. Thank you. If you are in a position to help this channel improve quality and grow, please visit my Patreon page at www.patreon.com/DreamMadeProductions, linked below.
It is the 31st century, and mankind is once again at war. The battlefields of the future are dominated by huge robotic war machines known as battle mechs.
Hello, and welcome back to The Arsenal, a series where we look at the weapons, equipment, and technology of the BattleTech. What the? Who the hell are... Greetings, neophytes. I am Dr.
Redacted.
And today we continue your background training into Cobra's technological archive. Today, the technology we will be reviewing is 13PY1376. Cobra Technology Archive item number 13PY1376. Classification: Top Secret. Codename: Pyramid of Darkness. Manufacturer: Cobra Science Division, Executive Enterprises, Mars Industries. Status: destroyed. Level: failure. Research: discontinued. Unworkable. Description: the Pyramid of Darkness was a multi-part weapon system made up of 4 black cubes and a relay station. The cube portion of the weapon system measured 25 feet per side with a weight of...
Redacted.
Externally, the cube's appearance was that of a solid object of a glossy black finish. All components, including the transmitter, were housed internally. Access to the system's controls could be accessed by a hidden control panel. In addition to the cube's primary MDS generation and transmission system, the cube was also equipped with AI-controlled defense systems. Light weapons could be deployed via retractable appendages. Note: these light weapons are intended to supplement forces tasked with installing the cube. They are insufficient to protect the cube from a concentrated attack. The relay station must be a platform capable of receiving the MDS transmission beam, as well as transmitting the reverse polarity beam needed to complete the circuit at a physical altitude in which the cube's MDS beams can intersect. For wide area deployments, only a space-based platform would be capable of maintaining the MDS containment field without sustainability issues. Deployment: each individual cube is placed at the corners of the target area. Each cube must be placed so that the MDS transmitter aligns with the relay station, as well as the inner cube transmission and receiving system of its paired cubes. Exact placement is necessary for large area deployments. A fraction of a degree off at the source will result in the transmission beam being dozens of degrees off at the receiving site, hundreds or even thousands of miles away. Once a cube is placed, its MDS generator is activated, and MDS particles will saturate the immediate area. It is highly inadvisable for living organisms to remain in the raw MDS field. The cube itself will also begin a phasing process, which will make it immune to most conventional weapons. Once MDS levels reach sustainability point, the transmitter will automatically attempt connection with the relay portion and enter an idle state. In this state, local MDS generation will continue, as well as the cube's phase state. But without a completed flow circuit, critical MDS mass will not be reached. Once all cubes are activated, the relay station will use
Redacted.
to send a reverse polarity signal to the cubes. Once received, the onboard AI will automatically transmit its signal to its paired cubes. Once all transmission beams are received and the reverse signal sent, full circuit will be established. Function. The function of the device is the, quote, generation of MDS particles. Generation is a simplification, since MDS particles cannot be created. Harvested or transplanted would be more accurate. In any instance, MDS is an acronym for
Redacted.
Are subatomic particles similar to tachyons, discovered in
Redacted.
by
Redacted.
Doctor
Redacted.
of
Redacted.
series.
Redacted.
MDS particles are native to
Redacted.
level of,
Redacted.
more commonly known as, quote, subspace. When introduced to prime space, MDS particles do not remain for long before returning to
Redacted.
Even in limited numbers, their effect can be observed by the cloud they create and the effect on the physical environment. Such as, quote, raw MDS particles are known to affect the
Redacted.
in living organisms. In low saturation, damage to the
Redacted.
is temporary. In larger concentrations,
Redacted.
other known effects are absorption of solar radiation at all light spectrums. This takes the effect of a darkening of the surrounding area. Other known effects are
Redacted.
chemical reaction,
Redacted.
effect on
Redacted.
human,
Redacted.
as well as.
Redacted.
It should be noted that MDS particles do not, quote, absorb. They relay such energy to,
Redacted.
leading to an effect that through observation appears to be some kind of absorption. Such energy will remain in,
Redacted.
while appearing to break the rules of thermodynamics. In reality, the energy is being moved, not destroyed. Once subjected to a containment field, MDS particles are considered.
Redacted.
Once in a
Redacted.
state, MDS particles' lingering time is greatly extended, as well as
Redacted.
charged. The buildup of MDS particles increases at an exponential rate, but is limited to
Redacted.
parts per.
Redacted.
The reason for this is still not understood. Once reaching this saturation level, the MDS particles form the weapon. These
Redacted.
MDS particles create
Redacted.
a charge that is simultaneously all polarities. In other words, the
Redacted.
MDS particles will cause a reaction to both positive and negative fields. The overall effect is that no particle flow, electron or proton can occur. Any such flow will be absorbed by the MDS particles and redirected to.
Redacted.
Most notably, this means electrical devices cannot function, since Electricity is the movement of electrons. Even stored energy such as in a battery will fail, since the electron flow will be instantly diverted. Note: MDS particles in a
Redacted.
state in critical mass do have a limit. Large energy streams cannot be fully absorbed. For example, solar radiation is absorbed at
Redacted.
percent. The electromagnetic pulse from a nuclear detonation is calculated to be absorbed at.
Redacted.
However, this has not been tested. Note: MDS particles in a
Redacted.
state have proven far less effective on
Redacted.
living organisms. Test subjects subjected to a field have shown no ill effect after
Redacted.
hours of exposure. Test subjects exposed to raw MDS particles at
Redacted.
parts per
Redacted.
who experienced
Redacted.
failure and
Redacted.
ultimately ending in death after
Redacted.
very long-term exposure to
Redacted.
MDS particles in a critical mass state is not yet understood, but appear to be
Redacted.
utilization. Once fully deployed, the critical mass area is established. Targets, militaries, and economies will be crippled. Executive Enterprises estimates that within
Redacted.
economies will collapse. Mass starvation will begin. While primitive means may still be an option, more details below. Even under the most optimistic projections, governments will be forced to surrender or collapse within,
Redacted.
which is well within cube operating time of.
Redacted.
Note: the MDS critical mass does not interfere with energy of purely mechanical means. Something like a steam engine will function as long as no electrical energy is needed at any point in the process. Executive Enterprises economists confirm very few such devices remain in usable condition. Mars researchers also confirm any such devices available for or repurposed into military use will be a minor threat, if any. History: the Pyramid of Darkness was deployed on
Redacted.
with the successful placement of all 4 cubes. The device worked as designed. However, the Cobra-occupied orbital space station managed to liberate itself. Exactly how remains unclear. The connection lost, the containment field collapsed, and MDS critical mass could not be maintained. The backup relay station was brought online, but the downtime as well as sustainability issues allowed the United States to deploy a strike on the
Redacted.
Cobra Temple. The cubes were then destroyed by activation of the emergency auto-destruct by unknown parties. Reason for abandonment: detailed manufacturing plans were somehow obtained by the United States intelligence services. These plans, while not complete, expose the weaknesses of the system to the Western nations. While seemingly unable to duplicate the technology, further deployment has been made impossible.
Redacted.
Needed for cube construction is now closely monitored by NATO. Further, the setup time and precision requirement of the cubes is now understood by the enemy. Computer models show that Allied or Warsaw strikes would overwhelm at least one cube location before activation could be guaranteed. Follow-up: recent events in
Redacted.
confirm Warsaw Pact now possesses an understanding of this technology. Soviet-built cubes were placed and activated in the
Redacted.
area of.
Redacted.
The cubes were flawed, unable to withstand the stress of
Redacted.
phasing, and Soviet use of
Redacted.
as a power source led to an overload. Analysis show Soviet understanding of the technology is basic at best. Follow-up: assassination of the Soviet research team and destruction of research records confirmed, instability within the Soviet sphere increasing, chances of Soviet project restart remote, end archive record.
Hello, this is Adam with Dream Made Productions. Thank you for watching my content. It really means a lot that you have given me the chance to entertain you. If you would like to support the channel, please visit my Patreon at patreon.com/DreamMadeProductions, linked below. Also below is a link for PayPal, or links if you would like to send crypto, if that's more your thing. Please know any amount that you give will be cherished and used to upgrade equipment and improve the channel. You can also help the channel by subscribing, turning on notifications, liking, commenting, and sharing my channel with anyone you think might be interested. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you enjoy the battle reps that are to come.